Kumno baro te hagani ka episode mentak teo nga kwa ban le kinyat da kumai pat kata ngamut ba ngande da ka pareng. Okay? Te kadaw kadai ba nga sukwa le nama ba ting sutana even kan pareng kan kasi kan Spanish kan Mexicans kan Bengali ka ba ma. Te te ka bahar ting bangin long multicultural mo. Bangin nye bitang ko kitin kitin ru kram da peliangki jimu jupakat di wana bar kami happy. Tementang ang ada pareng but nga kwa ban kren I want to speak a little bit about the MCS list. I'm happy about the people who passed fairly. Okay, I want to say that beforehand. The people who passed fairly, I'm happy for them. But it's also sad because, you know, in other states, this isn't really a thing. I mean, they don't really care if somebody passes an exam. Okay, here we're so poor and the government controls everything and public service is really the only service. There's no jobs other than in the government. So we become excited when these types of lists come out. I feel sad personally. But anyway, so this list has come out and immediately a lot of allegations are flying around, you know. A lot of stuff you can read in the newspaper and in social media about who did whatever nepotism was going on. And to be very fair, probably some of it is true. Okay. Now, this is not against those people who've worked hard, who've studied hard, and who've done good interviews. This is not against them. But we all know that MPSC is not the most transparent organization in the world. If they wanted to encourage transparency, they should have videotaped, video recorded all the interviews. They should have been more transparent. Nowadays at UPSC level, all these things are recorded. All the interviews, all the discussions that happen between candidates and interviewers, these are all recorded. But MPSC magically cannot wrap their heads around this concept of transparency. So obviously people are going to speculate and they're going to imagine all sorts of things. We know how Meghalaya is. We know how the government works. We know how nepotistic it is. So probably a lot of this stuff is true. It's sad. It robs away the prestige and the hard work that these honest candidates have done. Now we think that they all bought seats. And again, this is the fault of the government. Again, my favorite theme. And this is the fault of MPSC for not being transparent. What we should be demanding is that MPSC actually is outsourced. All the selection process, it should be outsourced to a firm outside of in Delhi, Bombay, who doesn't care whether you're somebody's son, somebody's daughter. Nobody cares about that. They will just conduct the interviews, the exams and the interviews. That's what should be done immediately. There is no way you will get a new batch of honest, hardworking officers if you don't encourage honesty, transparency from the bloody beginning. There's no way. I don't have a problem with you working hard and getting in, but there is a problem with how an organization which is not transparent like MPSC is making these selections, and it coincidentally happens that most of the officers are from very prestigious schools in Shillong. That is just weird for me. There are very old schools in Shillong. Government boys, government girls. These are public schools. And they don't produce the type of officers and the type of, the number of officers and the type of high caliber, high celebrity officers that we are used to. Why is that? They are much older than St. Edmunds. They're much older than Loreto. They're much older than probably than Paima also. But we don't hear of any people coming out from these schools. And that's actually, for me, as a government, if I was in the government, I would look at that and think of that as a concern, because why are our public schools not functioning at that high level? It's not fair. I think that we need to be creating a system of fairness. And that means that we should be looking forward to getting officers from Mokurwat, from Raliang, from Pamri, or these places have every right as well. But unless we identify this problem, why they're not doing well, and how do we make them do well, then I feel like these same schools will dominate everything, especially in administration. I'm from Edmonds. I'm a product of St. Edmunds. I'm willing to accept that. But at the same time, I know that it's unfair to expect, um, only Edmondians to be in power, to be in the government. That's not fair. We have to create a system of fairness. So how do we do that? That would be interesting. So let me know what you guys think. And we can have a debate, we can have a discussion. We can also think about ways to resolve this issue. Bye.